pandemic has introduced an innumerable amount of changes in our daily lives. One less discussed change has been the growing numbers on our scale. It's casually being called the quarantine 15, the extra pounds you may have packed on since the start of the pandemic. What's causing this collective weight gain? Nutritionist Dora Sutherland explains that change in routine and stress are to blame.
Being at home, especially with all that food around us, combined with us feeling stress, worry, and even uncertain about many things, tends to lead us to emotional eating or also stress eating, which can therefore lead us to weight gain. Those that are gaining weight don't really notice it because it becomes a habit that they get used to it. And it doesn't only have to do with the meals that they eat and the portions or the calories, but it also has to do with not being as active as they were before, or not doing any type of exercise, or disrupting their sleeping hours, meaning sleeping late at night and waking up late in the morning. So all of these things can affect their weight.
Sutherland stresses that it's not about dieting to lose the weight, but about being smarter in your choices. She offers 5 tips to help to move your scale in a healthier direction. 1. Shop smart.
Shop smart. Okay, always go to the grocery store with a list of healthier options. Not only foods that will meet your daily requirements, but also those that can satisfy your nutritional needs. So, for example, if you're buying fruits and vegetables, you may want to purchase enough that could last you for a long time. So, what you can do is you can purchase fresh fruits and even frozen or canned foods. But of course, you want to consume the fresh fruits and leave the canned and frozen fruits.
2. Plan your meals.
You may want to purchase foods that could last you for a month, or foods that are long lasting. But what we see is that there are a lot of people that tend to consume all these foods in a very short time. So you want to plan your meals to make sure that you have enough for the duration of the month, for example.
3. Have 5 meals a day.
By eating food every 3 to 4 hours, so that we can not be hungry or not having a lot of cravings because we've been too long without eating. Also, having these 5 meals does not mean that we should eat 5 big meals a day, but we should start with having a large breakfast, having a snack in between our breakfast and lunch, having a modest lunch, having an evening snack, and an even smaller meal in the nighttime.
4. Increase your intake of healthy foods.
Consider consuming whole grains. We have seen in patients that consume whole grain foods, like especially those that have high amounts of fiber, like the wheat or brown rice or anything like with fiber, would keep them full for a longer time compared to things like white bread, white rice, or things that don't have enough fiber. So you may want to include whole grains in all your meals. Also, having a serving of vegetables before your actual meal will allow you to eat a lot less in your meal time. Being hydrated, drinking 8 to 10 cups of water or even more for the day will not allow you to be hungry too often.
Lastly, manage your stress.
In order to be able to follow all these general recommendations about eating healthy and exercise, you need to be able to practice ways on how to alleviate stress, because stress is something that even though you don't manage it and you want to try to eat healthy, it won't really work. So you want to find ways to manage your stress and then go about making changes in your dietary habits.
It's not about stressing to lose weight. While a little weight gain may seem like no big deal in the current context, it is critical not to let it get out of control. One reason is that obesity is associated with severe complications in people with COVID-19.
Take this time to be able to lose some of the weight or to prevent yourself from continuing gaining weight. And of course, there are a lot of diseases that have not been completely treated, like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, that are still around us, not only the COVID. So if you want to do it now, not only because of COVID, but also because of all the other risk factors that weight gain can lead to.
Sutherland encourages that we use some of the extra time at home to learn to cook healthier and to exercise.